चुकीला माफी. Good morning. In the first video, I made an expression which was weird after eating something. That is the bitter experience. That is the bitter taste. So the common name of the remedy is bitter apple. Yes, I'm talking about colocynth. What is the meaning of bitter? Bitter means something which is very difficult to accept or something which is difficult to bear. Something which happens unplanned, something which happens unexpected. So the story of colocynth actually starts with such a bitter experience. There is a very nice rubric which explains this, and the source is Bonnie. The rubric is ailments from anger with bitterness, and singular remedy is colocynth. There is bitterness, but there is also anger, and the symptoms start after that, ailments from anger with bitterness. In the second video, I had a handkerchief and I twisted and turned it. How do you relate that with the remedy? The doctrine or signature of the remedy of colocynth is, it is a trailing plant. That means it grows on the ground. It has no firm attachment and it twists and twines in such a way in a more active and restless manner. In Marathi, we say वळणे आणि गुंतवणे. This way, twisting and turning, remember that action of twisting and turning, and correlate that in the abdominal symptoms of colocynth. The symptoms are agonizing cutting pain in the abdomen, causing patient to bend over double and pressing on abdomen. Cutting on abdomen after anger. In the third video, I recited a dialogue of a very famous Marathi movie which says, Chukila maafi nahi. So what does it mean? It means that when you commit a mistake, there is no forgiving. There is no forgiving after a mistake. Does this happen in colocynth? Yes. But does he punish? No. So there are two things which are happening in colocynth. He is not punishing also and he is not forgiving also. So there is repressed anger. What do you mean by repressed anger? Repress means suppress in order to conceal. Means he is angry because of the bitter experience, but he cannot express it. So that is repressed anger. This is a remedy helpful for spasmodic cramping pain, which comes on after anger is swallowed. The anger being mixed with a feeling of indignation. That means colocynth, the anger is not expressed, the anger is swallowed. And there is a feeling of indignation. So he does not punish the people who have offended him, nor does he forgive. Okay. So why is there anger? Is it only because of the experience which he had had? Is it personal anger? No. Colocynth is a feeler. Colocynth feels for others. He will absorb what is happening to others around him. I'm repeating, he will absorb all the things which are happening to people around him. Now, there are rubrics which actually portray this feeling. The rubrics are ailments from misfortune of others, sympathetic, compassionate. Phatak says in a one line, greatly affected by misfortune of others. Injustice cannot support. In this way, you can compare this remedy with causticum. It goes very close to the remedy causticum. Now let's see what the boss of homeopathy, what the father of homeopathy, Hahnemann, has written in chronic disease. He says, ill consequences and troubles springing from indignation and embitterment. Remember the words indignation and embitterment. Over unworthy treatment of himself or of others who excited his pity. See the one word which is used beautifully. It is unworthy treatment of himself or others. Extreme peevishness. Everything is amiss. He is extremely impatient. Every word that he has to answer vexes him, embarrasses him painfully. Even the most things harmless. Even the most harmless things will vex him. This is what Dr. Samuel Hahnemann has to say. So there are 13 rubrics in the ailments from section in mind. They are ailments from scorned being, ailments from reproaches, ailments from reprimands, ailments from offended being, ailments from anger with mortification, ailments from mortification, ailments from grief, ailments from fright, ailments from excitement, emotional, ailments from embarrassment, ailments from disappointment, ailments from business failure, ailments from bad news, contradiction, intolerant of. Now, there are 4 rubrics only in the anger section, which I want to stress on. They are anger throwing things around, anger pains about, anger when obliged to answer. He does not like to answer. If you ask him any question when he's angry, he will get more angry. So that is why the rubric anger when obliged to answer. Kent again describes Colocynth beautifully. He says, a man whose business affairs have been going wrong, irritable and nervous exhaustion follows. A woman who must watch her unfaithful husband day and night to keep him away from other women gradually assumes a sensitive and irritable state of mind and is upset by the least provocation. Again, the last word is upset by least provocation. I would like to conclude by saying Colocynth misses the refined dignity that induces Staphysagrina to suppress his anger. It is much more disposed to irritability and anger with violent outbursts like Chamomilla. And these outbursts cause more suffering. The remedy, which has a sympathetic trait, like I said before, is causticum. The fact that human life means affliction with pain seems to be unbearable for Colocynth. Colocynth जो जीवन का दर्द है वो उसको सहन नहीं होता है. He does not like the burden of life. So I end this Colocynth remedy. Do watch, like and subscribe for my channel, and any feedback related to Colocynth is most welcome. I am a student of homeopathy and I always love to learn more. Thank you so much. If you like the video, please write in the comment section. This is Dr. Avishkar Zagade signing off.